Definitely one of the coolest guns used in this film would have to be that of Ensign's gun, which appears to be a CAA Ronnie SI-1. It's a pistol-to-carbine conversion kit from CAA Industries and CAA USA that is part of a wider Ronnie family, which, believe it or not, is actually named after the founder's daughter. The CAA Ronnie SI-1 turns a service pistol into a shoulderable, accessory-ready carbine with an adjustable buttstock and cheek rest, with a spare mag holder, folding foregrip, and 3 Picatinny rails for optics, lights, and lasers. One of the reasons for its creation was to give pistols carbine-level control without a new weapon. Agencies and shooters at the time wanted better recoil control, faster follow-ups, and a third point of contact, like their shoulder, for more accurate fire. But buying and managing a whole new carbine platform wasn't always practical. It was also a blessing for smaller security details and police units who might not have had the funds in their budgets to afford multiple new carbines. In short, it became a cheaper, logistics-friendly way for police, security teams, and shooters to get carbine stability, rails, and optics without buying a whole new gun. Among all the various guns used, the character of Merriman uses one hell of a weapon throughout the course of the film. His main weapon of choice appears to be an HK-416D, which looks to be fitted with an EOTech EXPS-2 holographic sight, Steiner D-ball, a weapon light, and a vertical foregrip as well as PMags. Development of the HK-416D began in the late 1990s and early 2000s when elite American Special Operation units began exploring new designs to overcome some of the limitations of their Colt M4A1 carbines. In harsh environments such as Iraq and Afghanistan, the M4's direct impingement gas system vented hot carbon directly into the bolt carrier group. That heat and fouling led to failures during long firefights or when the rifles were run suppressed for extended periods. Delta operators wanted something that felt and handled exactly like the AR-15 platform, but would run cleaner, cooler, and more reliably under extreme use. Enter Heckler & Koch, the German manufacturer already famous for the G36 and MP5. Delta armorers like Larry Vickers worked directly with HK engineers at Oberndorf to graft the short-stroke piston system from the G36 onto an AR-15 style upper receiver. The result retained all the familiar ergonomics and trigger geometry of the M4, but replaced its gas tube with a piston and operating rod that cycled the bolt mechanically. The project's original name was HK-M4, but after Colt Defense objected to the use of its trademark, HK rebranded the gun as the HK-416, combining the 4 from M4 with 16 from M16. So basically a big middle finger back to Colt for not letting them use the M4 name, which is pretty funny. By 2004 to 2005, Delta had begun fielding pre-production HK-416s in small numbers. The new system dramatically reduced malfunctions in dust chamber testing and proved far more tolerant of suppressor use. HK refined the design into several barrel lengths, 10.4 CQB, 14.5 carbine, 16.5 rifle, and 20 DMR, each labeled with the suffix RS for rifle system. These military versions carried the roll mark HK-416D on the lower receiver, hence the designation now recognized by collectors and enthusiasts. Following its combat debut with U.S. Special Operations units, the HK-416 quickly gained a reputation for exceptional reliability and accuracy. Its performance even caught international attention. Norway became the first nation to adopt it formally in 2007, designating it as the HK-416N. France selected a variant, the HK-416F, in 2016 to replace the aging FAMAS, and even the U.S. Marine Corps adopted a derivative, the M27 Infantry Automatic Rifle. It's in use worldwide by special operations groups, and reportedly, SEAL Team 6 during the 2011 Bin Laden raid fielded the platform in various configurations. Mechanically, the HK-416D operates via a short-stroke gas piston with a rotating multi-lug bolt. The piston system keeps gas and carbon out of the receiver, significantly improving reliability and component life over direct impingement systems. It uses cold hammer forged, chrome-lined barrels, has a rate of fire of about 700 to 900 rounds per minute, and uses ambidextrous AR-style controls. Later versions such as the HK-416A5 added a 2-position adjustable gas block for suppressed and unsuppressed fire. Standard calibers are 5.56 by 45mm NATO, with typical barrel lengths of 10.4 inches and 14.5 inches, with an effective firing range of roughly 300 to 500 meters depending on the configuration. Today, the HK-416D's legacy is twofold. It demonstrated that a pistol-driven AR could maintain accuracy while offering near AK reliability, and it reshaped Western Special Operations small arms philosophy. In many ways, it represents the culmination of decades of AR-15 evolution, a rifle born from battlefield necessity, refined by elite users, and adopted across the globe for its balance of precision, dependability, and combat practicality. And real quickly, I just wanted to touch on the holographic sight Merriman's character uses, which again is an EOTech EXPS-2. EOTech pioneered practical holographic weapon sights in the mid-1990s and became well known for their large ring and dot reticle that enables extremely fast target acquisition. The EXPS family was developed as a compact, co-witness-friendly form factor optimized for modern carbine setups and magnifier use. The EXPS-2 is a member of that compact family. It keeps the signature 68 MOA ring with a 1 MOA center dot, or optional ballistic 2 dot reticle, and a short housing with side buttons and a quick detach rail mount. Powered by a single CR123 battery, it trades off some battery life compared with simple reflex dots, but it gives instant reticle on target speed, easy magnifier compatibility, and a wide, unobstructed field of view, which is why you still see it on carbines, patrol rifles, and many magnifier setups. Merriman's character can notably be seen using this gun in the beginning truck heist, as well as the big shootout in the end of the film. Another really cool weapon that can be seen used by Merriman in the ending battle of the film is the M249 SAW paratrooper. The M249 Para is the compact, airborne-focused offshoot of FN Herstal's Minami, a family that the US adopted in the 1980s as the M249 SAW to give squads portable sustained fire. The paratrooper version shortens the barrel and fits a collapsible stock so jumpers, vehicle crews, and close-quarters teams can carry a true belt-fed automatic without the lengthy penalty of a full-size gun. Mechanically, it's the same gas-operated Minami action, belt or magazine-fed, quick-change barrel, and a 700 to 900 RPM cyclic rate, but with a much shorter package that trades a little range and muzzle velocity for maneuverability. That shorter package still keeps the SAW's core strengths, a robust bipod for stabilized suppression, an easily swapped barrel for sustained fire, and the ability to accept an emergency box magazine when belts aren't available. Because of that balance, airborne units and OSF elements have historically favored Para and SPW-style Minamis when space and mobility are priority one. You see them rigged into jump bags, lashed into vehicle racks, and used as door gunners or CQB automatic support. Variants and derivatives, think the MK46 for OSF or the heavier MK48 family, underline how the weapon was adapted to different roles. But the Para's niche has always been simple: give soldiers real automatic firepower and a package that won't get in the way when they're jumping out of a plane or climbing out of a vehicle. As I'm sure you can tell, the film's big shootouts were not improvised. They were the product of deliberate tactical preparation, professional armory work, and tightly choreographed staging. The main cast went through an intensive weapons and team movement boot camp in the weeks before principal photography to learn CQB movement, firing discipline, and coordinated team drills, and those rehearsals show up in the way the actors move, clear angles, and cycle weapons in the opening truck ambush and the final traffic jam firefight. On set, the firearms were controlled by professional armorers and a props armory, and the production used blank-adapted service pistols, carbines, and shotguns, with specialist mounts and optic props fitted for camera. Christian Gudega's team also brought on a technical consultant with real-world law enforcement experience to advise tactics and credibility on movement and unit behavior, and multiple studio behind-the-scenes featurettes and interviews show cast members drilling under weapons supervision, rehearsing entry sequences, and walking the choreography with stunt coordinators so camera blocking and muzzle discipline could be integrated safely. Filming was staged in Georgia, standing in for LA, which meant the final's multi-vehicle sequence required large street closures, location permitting, and close coordination with local authorities and traffic crews to safely stage explosives, vehicle collisions, and simulated gunfire, while the production's armorers and stunt teams ran extensive rehearsals, clearances, and safety briefings to separate live charges from show-only squib effects into sequence actor movement with camera coverage. The overall approach favored realism through professional training, careful weapons handling, and multi-day blocking rehearsals rather than risky on-the-fly improvisation. The character of Bo in the film can be primarily seen armed with a Noveske N4 Diplomat. The N4 family grew out of Noveske Rifle Works, a small Oregon shop started by John Noveske in 2001 that earned a reputation for precision barrels, clean billet and forged receivers, and premium build quality on AR pattern rifles. Noveske's early focus on tight tolerances, purpose-built barrels, and aftermarket innovation helped the brand move from boutique builder to one of the desirable boutique AR names in the 2000s. Noveske's N4 line is their flagship AR platform, a family of rifles, pistols, SBRs built to Noveske's spec, and finished in small production runs with gen-level updates over the years. The Diplomat name is Noveske's trim, short barrel offering inside the N4 family. Noveske introduced Diplomat variants as part of their N4 short barrel catalog and iterated them across generations with upgraded handguards, ambidextrous controls, and their stainless or nitrated barrel options. Because Noveske positioned itself as a high-end builder, the Diplomat was never a mass-marketed budget gun. It was aimed at shooters who wanted a compact AR with Novetzke's barrels, fitment, and boutique finishes. That reputation pushed Novetzke rifles into high visibility places, range pictures, gear forums, even cinema, and into some government and law enforcement toolboxes, which reinforced their premium American AR identity. Personally, I think my favorite weapon used in this film would have to be that of Big Nick's gun, which he uses during the ending shootout, and that gun appears to be the FN SCAR-L. The SCAR program started in the early 2000s when SOCOM issued a requirement for a single, modular rifle family that could cover everything from CQB to designated marksman roles. FN Herstal answered with the SCAR family, a light version for 5.56 by 45mm NATO, designated as the SCAR-L or the MK16, and a heavy version for 7.62 by 51mm NATO, designated as the SCAR-H or the MK17. FN designed the rifles around a monolithic upper and quick-change barrels so a single platform could be rapidly reconfigured in the field, a direct response to SOCOM's call for modularity and mission flexibility. Prototypes and testing began around 2004, and early evaluations praised the SCAR's ergonomics such as its fully ambidextrous controls, folding stock, low-maintenance piston operation, and rapid barrel swap capability. That led to selective fielding with U.S. Special Operations units and several foreign customers. Procurement realities, budget constraints, and the fact that upgraded M4 variants could meet many needs meant the MK16 never became a blanket M4 replacement, and large-scale SOCOM buys for the SCAR-L were reduced around 2010. However, as FN continued to develop the SCAR platform, it found a durable niche with special operation units and overseas militaries that valued its modular approach. Mechanically, the SCAR-L is a modular 5.56 by 45 NATO carbine built around a short-stroke gas piston and rotating bolt with a rigid monolithic top rail, so optics stayed aligned during barrel swaps. FN shipped it in mission-specific barrel lengths, roughly 10 inches for CQB, 14.5 for the standard carbine, and 18 inches for longer rolls. It feeds from standard STANAG and AR pattern 30-round magazines. In select fire military trim, it fires at around 550 to 650 rounds per minute. Again, Big Nick can be seen using this rifle at the end of the film during the big shootout. Another weapon scene wielded by various characters is that of the M4A1 carbine, which can be seen used by some of the deputies, as well as the character of Gus and deputies Tony Z and Benny. The M4 family grew out of the U.S. military's long lineage of Stoner M16 designs as a shorter, lighter carbine that kept the AR-15 ergonomics soldiers new, but improved maneuverability for vehicle crews, helicopter troops, and close quarters fighting. The original M4 carbine entered U.S. service in the 1990s. A fully automatic variant, the M4A1, had been in use by U.S. Special Operations for years and was standardized and produced alongside other M4 variants. After a multi-year effort to replace the M4 stalled, the Army decided to upgrade most existing M4s to the M4A1 standard, adding a full auto trigger group, a heavier SOCOM-style barrel for sustained fire, and ambidextrous controls as part of the product improvement program that began in the 2010s. Conversion programs and new production buys, contracts awarded to multiple manufacturers in the 2010 to 2014 timeframe, pushed the Army to move toward the M4A1 as the baseline carbine for frontline units. The M4A1 is the most widely fielded American carbine of the 21st century. It balanced weight, modularity, and commonality with existing training and logistics, while letting soldiers mount optics and accessories for modern combat. The M4A1 is a carbine chambered for 5.56 NATO that operates on a direct gas impingement system with a rotating bolt. Its direct impingement system kept the weapon light and accurate, but required maintenance discipline. Its factory standard barrel length is 14.5 inches, while its standard capacity is 30 rounds, normally feeding from AR pattern detachable box magazines. The sidearm that the character Detective O'Brien, also known as Big Nick, uses throughout the majority of the film is a Smith & Wesson M&P. The M&P, which stands for Military and Police, is Smith & Wesson's modern polymer frame, striker-fired handgun family that was introduced back in 2005. Developed at a time when the Glock 17 and 19 series of pistols were dominating the handgun market, one of the main reasons Smith & Wesson created the M&P was to try and reclaim the law enforcement sidearm market from Glock. The gun was primarily made for U.S. and international law enforcement and military contracts, hence the M&P name, a callback to Smith & Wesson's classic M&P revolver line, used by police for much of the 20th century. However, not only this, but it's also been marketed to civilians who want a modern duty pistol for home defense, competition, or concealed carry. The handgun would go on to be quite the success for Smith & Wesson, as today, the M&P is one of the most popular duty pistols in the U.S., commonly cited alongside Glock and SIG in duty and pistol market discussions. The Smith & Wesson M&P is offered in either 9mm, 40, 45, 380, 10mm, and even 5.7 by 28. The full-size 9mm packs 17 plus 1 rounds in a double-stack magazine, while the compact versions hold anywhere from 10 to 15 rounds. In the film, it also appears that Big Nick's M&P is fitted with a Trijicon RMR, which is a compact, battle-proven reflex sight available in dot sizes from 1 to 6.5 MOA. It offers LED or tritium illumination and is built to survive recoil in harsh conditions. Its low profile and minimal footprint make it ideal for optic-ready pistols. The sidearm that Merriman can be seen using in the film appears to be the HK-45C. The HK-45C is the compact 45 ACP member of the HK-45 family. Born from HK's work on the U.S. Joint Combat Pistol Program and refined with input from operators to improve ergonomics and control. It uses a short recoil, Browning-type block breech action, and an O-ring assisted barrel for tight lockup and good accuracy, with roughly a 3.9-inch barrel in its standard compact form. The HK-45C accepts flush-fit 8-round magazines or extended 10-round magazines that protrude below the grip, features interchangeable backstraps for adjustable grip geometry, and offers a range of controls and trigger systems across variants, from decocker plus manual safety V1 models to the LEM trigger option for law enforcement preferences. There's also a compact tactical version with a threaded barrel and suppressor-friendly sights. Overall, the HK-45C trades a bit more felt recoil than the full-size or smaller caliber pistols for the stopping power of the 45 ACP, but keeps the rugged build, modular ergonomics, and tactical flexibility that make it popular with enthusiasts, some law enforcement users, and specialized military units. Merriman can be most notably seen using this gun during the ending battle, as well as when he threatens Donnie. Even though the character of Big Nick can be seen armed with an M&P throughout the majority of the film for his main sidearm, he appears to switch to the FNX-45 Tactical, fitted with a Seymour STS red dot sight during the ending battle. The FNX-45 Tactical is FN America's full-size, hammer-fired 45 ACP combat pistol, built for duty and tactical use that features full ambidextrous controls, an optics-ready slide, a suppressor-ready threaded barrel, and a high-capacity 15-round double-stack magazine. The FNX family grew out of FN's FNP line and the company's long history of service pistols. The FNX-45 Tactical is a 45 ACP tactical member of that family, upgraded with a longer threaded barrel, high sights for suppressor use, and slide cuts and mounting points for miniature red dot optics. It was marketed to law enforcement, military, and civilian shooters who wanted a robust, adaptable 45 platform. Again, the FNX series greatly emphasizes ambidexterity. The FNX-45 Tactical has an ambidextrous manual safety and decocker levers, slide stop, and magazine release, so it's usable by left or right-handed shooters without swapping parts. So again, the sight Big Nick appears to be using on his FNX looks to be a Seymour STS red dot sight. The Seymour STS is a Seymour Systems compact open reflex red dot designed for pistols, rifles, and competition use. It's a small, aluminum-bodied sight with a glass window, automatic brightness with manual override, and a removable CR2032 battery tray. It's lightweight and low profile, as well as built to be rugged and simple to use, featuring windage and elevation click adjustments and multiple intensity settings. Many sellers list expected battery life in the thousands of hours, depending on brightness and auto mode. If you guys like this kind of content and you want more of it, maybe go check out our Patreon. It's just $1 a month, and we post the exact same videos over there as we do on YouTube, same day. But the ones over there include more things like deleted scenes, behind the scenes, or extra movie clips of whatever movie we're covering. So yeah, Patreon links in the video's description if you want to check that out. But yeah, that's going to do it for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and hopefully we'll see you in the next one.